What's up, everybody? So, I was at a meeting last night, and I was talking about the Constitution, and it's interesting because I hear a lot of talk about the Constitution, and after the studying I've done, I understand the Constitution, and I use it all the time. So I'm going to try and make this video short and sweet, because this is what you didn't learn in school, and this is what the people who taught you, they weren't lying to you. They legitimately just didn't know. So let's talk about the Constitution for a second. What is the Constitution of the United States of America? And the state of Florida, any Constitution, it doesn't matter. A Constitution is a property deed. Our Constitution is a property deed. It is ordained to you by your immortal creator, or the idea of the immortal creator that you serve. So that could be any immortal creator, okay? But the reason that it has to come from an immortal creator, if you've ever read the Bible, and in the Bible where it talks about so-and-so begot so-and-so, begot so-and-so, begot so-and-so, what they were actually showing in the Bible was a heritage, a lineage through man. The Constitution made everybody king of their own temple, of their own kingdom, and of their own castle. When the Constitution gave each person their rights through their immortal creator, it was a deed of conveyance. So the Constitution is a legal term. If you look this up, it's a legal term. Intangible property deed. Okay? Now there are two parts to the Constitution. So it's two. All right? One, because of the evils that government had committed throughout time, the top part, or the main body of the Constitution, is the limitations and boundaries of government, okay? Now, the reason that's important is because government has to have an authorization to do anything that is outside of that Constitution, all right? And I know they're doing more, so I know they're beyond. I know they've gone beyond the limitations of their mandate. I know they're out of bounds. I know they are. So don't argue with me. Just listen to the concept, because you got to get this concept down before you can figure out how to fix that problem, because that problem's fixable. So government cannot supersede the limits of their mandate, which is the Constitution as the supreme law of the land. Okay, remember land, because we're talking about common law. We're not talking about Admiralty Maritime Commerce Law under the Commerce Act. So we got to make sure we're talking about people and not money. All right, people are separate from money, and our law is written this way on purpose. So that comes from the Federalist Papers. The bottom half of the Constitution comes from the Anti-Federalist Papers. Those are the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights were argued by the Anti-Federalists because they knew that government inherently could become evil because of its power that was consented to from the people. So Thomas Paine and Patrick Henry were the leading chargers of the Federalist Papers, of the Anti-Federalist Papers, I'm sorry. Those are the rights. Government has no rights. Government is not a person. Government is an entity to bring chaos into order, and it is a necessary evil for a civil and social society. People have rights, whether those are physical people, or what the legal term is natural people, or a legal person, which is a conglomeration of people that is made through paper of legality, and we call those corporations. The word corporeal means to bring together, or a group, or different entities together. So your body is a corporeal of organs. That's what a corporation is. So that is a legal person by legal doctrine. They actually have the rights of a person, okay? And they do not fall under criminal law, because no corporation can go to jail. That is an individual person. That has to be a natural person. That's why they need to fingerprint you before you go to jail. Got to have a fingerprint, or you could end up being a corporation. Okay, it's very important because these are the things that are messed up in our system. So our rights are designed that government cannot go outside the limitations of their mandate. The Bill of Rights represent the citizens' right to their tangible, intangible property right of protection, but it must be claimed. In other words, the whole government is designed around this very simple concept. If you, as a person, are transgressed or something has happened that has hurt you, your feelings, you have the right to make a claim. That claim is what government is for, to take your claim and get it addressed. You have a right to make a claim to an individual. Government has no power to protect the people. The people have a mechanism through civil procedure to get redress for grievance. Now, we've been convoluted into everything is money. Not everything's money. Not everything is money. But an apology is more powerful than people can recognize. And sometimes just telling that person and getting an apology, or that person refuses to give you an apology, that person doesn't value you enough or value your feelings enough. But it's you. It's you. You're the person that has to make the claim. Okay? If you don't make the claim, they don't know. And if they don't know, you're holding them accountable for something that they didn't do. So this doesn't matter what we're talking about. Our government's designed on this very premise. And people have a right to their feelings, but they have a right to make claims when they feel that their feelings are hurt, and then there has to be a conversation. So that's how the system's set up. When you are transgressed, let's say by your government, let's say by an employer, which seems to be one of the biggest problems right now, you have a right to claim the right of protection. So if your employer violates your freedom of speech because you have told them that they are doing something unlawful or they are illegally doing it, that is a protection that is protected speech under the First Amendment of the Constitution. But you have to tell them that you are claiming that right of protection. Do it in writing. Okay? They won't even actually know what you're talking about. So, as soon as you send them that right of protection under the First Amendment, and if you want to reference a case that explains this, there's a Supreme Court case called Sanderman versus Perry, where they elaborate on public employees have a property right because they are commissioned, and it's a commission for that public employee to have that position. That's why they have unions, and that's why they have contracts. The reason a public employee must have a contract is because that contract is property and has a property value to it, and it can be protected under the Constitution, because even John Adams said the right, liberty is based in the right of protection of property. Well, it wasn't just tangible property like your house. It was actually your employment contracts or contracts with agencies. Okay? So this is how the Constitution's set up. If you never make the claim, like an insurance claim, they don't know. And then they have to come to the table. If they ignore you, that is admission by omission. That means that they agree, or they agree with everything you said, and they're not even going to defend themselves because you made a accusation or a petition or a complaint. These are all legal terms. These are all in civil procedure. If you want to learn more about your country, start studying the rules of civil procedure, and you will learn more about your Constitution than you ever did in a class. God bless you. I hope this helps you. It's helped me because I'm happy because I know how to defend myself. And freedom doesn't come from someone giving it to me. It comes from me being able to handle any chaotic situation when somebody does me wrong. That is freedom, and that is life and liberty, And that is pursuing happiness. You get to claim your pursuit of happiness. God bless.